Everybody. I'll say it again. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to our next version of our National Celiac Association cook along events. This time we're doing the grilling. We're going outside and we're going to have some fun doing some kebabs, as well as some appetizers and a little bit of desserts that all be prepared on the grill. My name is Chris Rich. I am the CEO and Executive Director of the National Celiac Association. I welcome you. We are a nonprofit organization who provides education, advocacy, and empowerment of our celiac community, both individuals and families. You can find more information about what we do at nationalceliac.org. We help, for those of you who may not listen to what we do, we have events such as these. We have educational webinars. We have resources on our website. We have virtual meetings and support and local support people across the community. So we are there for you. We're answering your questions. We are that voice of the community, and we just welcome you here tonight. This is being recorded. You will be able to find this on our YouTube page at National Celiac Association. If you look that up on YouTube, you'll see this plus all other previous cook along events. And then you'll also be getting a follow-up after this that'll have a copy of that recording. So tonight I am happy to introduce Glenn Zimmerman along with Shay Ryan. You might know Shay from our previous cook-alongs, along with my wife, Katie. They have handed it off to Glenn and I tonight, so we are off the rails. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be great. But I wanted to pass it along to both Glenn and Shay to let them introduce themselves.
So yes, you have met me before for these cook-alongs, and I am Shay. I'm the editor-in-chief of Gluten Free and More magazine, and we will be doing one of the recipes from one of our contributors. She is Georgia is her name, and she's from Bits and Bites GF, and I think you're really going to love it. So we'll show you that in a little bit. And of course, my husband Glenn is here with us, and he's the grilling expert in our family. So there was no way. No way I could do this on my own. But yeah.
No, yeah. In the background, if you guys have been to previous ones, I was in the background working with our team. I run a video production agency, and she decided to put me on the other side of the camera this time, which, as I pointed out, Chris, is dangerous. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes.
I think it was a team effort putting us on the other side of the camera. I think people chimed in and said, "This is what we're going to do." Say, there's the other side of the camera on my end, right there.
Hi, Katie.
So it's my turn. So for tonight, we invite you to cook along with us if you would like to. These recipes should be, we'll be rolling through these. If you have questions during those, we have members of NCA staff that are on the background. Just go to the chat feature. There's a chat kind of pull up in the menu bar. You can click on there, type a question in. We'll address that for you. If you want to ask a verbal question, you are muted currently, but you can also go to that toolbar, and under the React section, you'll see a heart there. You can use that and you can raise your hand and we can have you speak. At the end or during the process, if you want to share, what you're doing, we'll open that up for you to do as well. We also wanted to let you know that we're currently also going to be live streaming this on our Facebook page. So just a heads up, if you don't want to be seen, we will turn that off after all of the food is done cooking, and you can share at that point in time. But during the preparation process, we will be on Facebook Live. So just a heads up for all of you there. So I think that was about it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to skewer up our meats and our vegetables. That would be a great way to start. So Glenn, are you pre-skewered?
Yeah, we are pre-skewered. And we have some food inside and we have some food outside. The meat is all inside because Shay was smart enough to recognize we're actually broadcasting from Tampa, Florida, and it's a little hot in the summer.
A little hot, yeah.
Tampa, right?
I was concerned about putting the meat outside. I liked what you wrote, Chris, though, in the instructions, and I hadn't thought about this because I typically think about when I'm making a kebab about the color, and I was thinking, oh, so I'm going to mix the vegetables and the meat, but you made a point about you want to put things together on the same kebab that cook at the same speed. And I thought that was a really good point. So I kebabbed a little differently than I might have otherwise. So thank you for that tip.
Yeah, so I've shifted my camera, so you should be able to see me now doing my kebab. So I have a mixture. I have both chicken and steak for the evening. So what I do is I just, we've cut these up into the cube pieces. I did marinate these overnight. I used Italian dressing. We find that's a nice simple marinade for us to use. And so I put these all on one, yes, because the temperature of the vegetables, that could be a little bit different. With the meat, you do have to be careful, make sure you get into that minimum, and those kebabs might have to stay on a little bit longer. So that's why I choose to do it that way. So what meats are you guys using tonight?
Well, last night Shay defrosted some chicken. What did you marinate it with, Chip?
So I used an Italian marinade as well. And so it was a mixture, an Italian style dressing. And I didn't have any red wine, but I just used olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper as well. I did a little bit different on the chicken than I did on the red meat, but the bottom line was it was mainly the Italian dressing
I can show.
as the base.
I can show ours how it's all come out here. This is the chicken.
It was called cowboy butter was the additional seasoning I put on.
Wait, cowboy butter.
Yeah, cowboy butter. I was trying to think. It couldn't come to me fast enough, but I put the Italian dressing and then cowboy butter. It was I forget the brand. But would say it again, Katie?
Kinder's?
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, I just happened to see it in our pantry, and I don't think I was the one who picked it up, but I thought that looked good. Give it a shot and see how it goes.
So yeah, so I also now have the steak. I don't know if you can see that. These are just, again, cube pieces. I put these in a combination of I use some red wine, Italian dressing. I also put some gluten-free soy sauce in there, as well as some pepper to spice it up a little bit. So that's why I only have one of these though, and two of the chicken, because chicken's more of the staple meat in our house, but I've seen people use all kinds of things on skewers. I don't know. Have you ever done seafood on skewers down there in Florida?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shrimp. Yeah. Well, so with the metal skewers, does that help to cook faster? I know you kebab a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. So the metal skewers do help cook, helps with the inside of getting the inside of the meat. So it's not, there's not really too much of a risk of your outside of your meat's going to be like the inside of the meat in terms of the cook through, just because it does conduct the heat through the metal a little bit easier. So
that makes sense.
yeah.
And do you have a preference as to what type of meat you typically use when you are doing a skewer? Because I mean, obviously the style of meat, whether or not it's fattier, leaner, like, do you have any preference?
It's called What's on Sale. No, that's not true. It is more so it's more of a top sirloin that we get, and then we just cube it up. There's not really it's not a certain size. We know if we're having a lot of people over, like if I have all my nephews over who are all big eaters, I know I have to get a bunch of meat. But for tonight, I just did one just small kind of top sirloin. So.
Do you know what we used for meat? What cut?
I used the sirloin. I used
Sirloin.
what you had recommended. Yep.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it was some mignon.
No, I did not.
You did not
The next thing I'm going to use in terms of the peppers, I get lunchbox peppers. I get the smaller peppers out of the vegetable section. I just put these direct.
Yep.
I wash them off and I put them directly on.
Yep, that's what I did. Yep, I took your recommendations very seriously.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that looks really.
I did throw some mushrooms in with it.
Love
See?
mushrooms.
I am not a mushroom fan.
Yeah, we don't do mushrooms.
Oh, mushrooms are like cilantro in that way, right? You either love it or you don't.
Don't like cilantro either. So
Ah.
Is it the texture?
it tastes really bad to me.
With the cilantro, with the mushrooms, is that the taste or is that the texture?
That's a texture for sure.
Yeah.
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 Oh, those look great. Those peppers look
Got my
beautiful.
peppers there, so everyone can see those. They'll just go on.
Great.
That's really nice.
And then the last thing I have are the onions. And so what we did was we peddled the onions, and usually I guess it's concave side down. I don't know. It just holds the firmness a little better when I skewer them and the curve is down towards the bottom. I don't think that really is anything scientific or culinary speaking. I just do it that way just because it holds it better. So
Yeah, that's how I did it as well. And did you marinate your onions as well or no?
no. I just
Put
do
any
the
dressing
onions
or
raw.
anything?
I just like the sweetness of them after they come off the grill. Yeah. It's funny because I'm not a raw onion type of guy, but I will eat onions like this off of the grill. So
Yes, they're so good with that. A little bit of char on them.
Yeah. So I'm curious if people want to put in the chat, what kind of meats do you use in terms of your kebabs? Is there anything that we haven't talked about that maybe I can try next time, which means probably next week because I'd love to do this. So just put those in the chat section and let us know. So all right. What I'm going to do is
Somebody's
I'm
throwing
going
something.
to run out and start my grill up. Glenn,
Okay.
you're on a charcoal grill tonight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about it. So this is really a simple, basic Weber grill. And I do have a gas grill, but I honestly prefer this. And the reason why is because I think that there's a smoke that comes with it, and I don't use standard like briquettes. I like I like using a lump wood, which I also think just it's a lot smokier of a flavor. It's a lot more natural. Plus, there's no like lighter fluid or anything. And then the way that I got it going is I use one of these chimney lighters. So what you do is you put some fuel in the bottom where I use just some bags that, was from the last time we went to the grocery store
Right.
with a couple of paper towels. And then I put all of the charcoal inside and you light it and you just let it go for 15, 20 minutes. It usually burns down. Most of the black goes away. Then you put it in and you let it settle in and, you clean your grill. And then from there, what I also like to do is I like separating it. So if you notice all of the briquettes, or in this case, the lump wood, it's on one side and the other side's open. And what I can do is I can shift it. So I like doing indirect heating. And so that way I'll sear it. Like when we get to the
So
steak, for example,
we can put the chicken on now.
well, I wouldn't really sear the chicken as much as
Right.
I would sear the steak, but you want to do that? You want to put the chicken on?
Sure.
Great. So in this case, I'll put it here. And then when it'll get to a certain point, if it's too hot, I'll just flip it to the other side and I'll use the indirect heat. And it takes a little bit longer, and it especially works great with the meat, meaning the steak.
And the chicken will take longer than the red meat,
Yeah.
right?
So a lot of the questions that we get around this time of year around grilling is around the surface of the grill. Is that a dedicated grill?
Yeah. We
Okay.
don't, in this house, because basically, like because of her having celiac and I also have a gluten allergy of sorts as well, we just don't mess around with the grill. I don't put other things on it. So it's a
Yep.
dedicated grill. So we don't have that as a challenge,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
It just is.
We're
So
pretty fortunate that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, if you're lucky enough to have a dedicated grill, that's great. That's the way to go. My grill itself is so since my celiac has not been in the house for 4 years, and my daughter does enjoy gluten included items. So my grill
Right.
does. I have put gluten on my grill, but what I've done, and I'm going to showcase tonight, there's two different ways that you can make sure your grill is clean. So I have taken off the grates and I have used soap and water and scrubbed those down to make sure that that was those are clean. If you're at a location like a beach house or something like that where you don't know what somebody's had on the grill, you
Mhm.
can
Right.
also use aluminum foil on the front. And so I have done that in terms of putting aluminum foil on one side of the grill. It will conduct the heat just fine. It may take a little bit longer than a direct heat, but I'm going to use both tonight to showcase that I've cleaned this side of my grill and I can do it. I have a gas grill, so I can put the gas part on, and then I have the other side's going to have the aluminum foil. So I think through
Mhm.
all of those, we've showcased that there are different ways, dedicated, clean the grates, or we put aluminum foil on. Those are all different ways that you can still enjoy grilling at home, or wherever you may be if you don't know where that grill's been. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, the
right.
aluminum foil is huge. Like when we've traveled, we do that a lot.
Yeah. Well, you do. I wasn't 100% sure how that worked.
You got scared. Well, you got scared because the repercussions are not so fun.
Right. That's always the danger, right? Is that you don't know if how it's going to turn out. But
Right.
yeah. Yeah.
So let's put some bruschetta together.
Okay.
Walk me
Yes.
through this recipe so I can.
Okay.
I'm using a Char baguette. I think you're using green light. Is that correct?
Yes, I am using green light. So that is this baguette. And this one you can only get at Whole Foods right now. It's one of my all-time favorites. And this is the recipe that you found, actually, Chris, in our magazine and brought to my attention that was so wonderful, and I completely agree. So Georgia is the one who made this from Bits and Bites GF. So if you are putting bread on the grill, then you want to put it on the direct heat, Glenn? Okay.
Side.
So this is the part that I've never done. All right. So do I put it on, or do you? I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Just put it on anyway.
So do we grill it first before? Do we grill first before we put the strawberry and the goat cheese and stuff on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we grill it, but we put I put olive oil on both sides of it. You can see how inexperienced I am at this, right? So olive oil on both sides, and then just putting it on the grill, and you're just trying to get it toasty and get the marks, the grill marks on it. So we'll just put it down.
So I have a brush right now with my olive oil, and I'm just applying a little bit of olive oil to each of the sides of the baguette. So here's a question, and this is kind of funny. This came up during our staff. In terms of slicing a baguette, are you a long waist slicer or a horizontal slicer?
I am a horizontal slicer. What about you?
I'm a horizontal slicer as well. I mean, but there are people that we know that do it vertically. And so I was very interested in that. I didn't know if that made a difference or not.
Yeah, I guess if you like it round, but I like to feel like I've got that little point as the first place to eat. It tells me where to go.
But then there was a debate because the picture in the magazine, and I had the magazine, hold on. The picture in the magazine, this magazine right here, Gluten Free and More.
There you go. That would be it.
That's the summer edition right there. So, but that magazine had a picture and it looked like it might have been long ways. I don't know. It was,
interesting.
It sparked a fun conversation with the staff.
That is fun.
Yeah.
So then I'm imagining, so it looks like it's probably needing to turn. Yeah, like those guys in the back.
We'll get these.
Yeah.
So how long, you said just until black marks on these?
Yeah. So it seems like the hotter it is, it probably just a couple of seconds.
Okay.
Like these were burned.
Yeah.
I got distracted by the chicken.
Well, I got distracted too. I mean, wasn't hot, but a little bit of char is not a bad thing.
Yeah, they're not totally charred.
No.
That's the good news.
So there's the picture. I don't know if you can see that, but
yeah, they look beautiful. They're gorgeous.
Don't they look long ways to you? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I don't know. I think that looked like an angle to me, but maybe it's just me. All right, this is
the other thing with grilling, and one thing that I have because I grill often, I have multiple tongs. I have probably 4 or 5 different sets of tongs. And so if you are grilling, let's say you're traveling to a beach house or somewhere that you don't know and you're going to use a strange grill, I would recommend bringing your own tongs that
that's smart.
are dedicated. And so you just use it, and you can utilize it too for different dishes. So just have an extra set of tongs on it.
That's a lot easier to bring along than a lot of the other things that we tend to bring along.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. I am going to take these out to the grill.
All right.
That's a good one. The other two were a little much.
That's all right. So as far as the goat cheese goes, I'm a big fan of goat cheese, and everybody in our family is. And I often will get one that has a little bit of honey in it. And since we have the strawberries and the balsamic vinegar, I decided to get a little bit of both. So we're going to just do a little taste test of what we like between the regular goat cheese. Of course, that's got a little more of that tang to it. And then the one with the honey goat cheese. So I will start spreading the goodness on these. That is the next step. So just taking the goat cheese, and while the baguettes are still warm, just spread a bit of the goat cheese on top of each one. And then we're going to put the strawberries on top.
Okay,
and
so
I'm out
at the grill now, so hopefully you can hear me. So we're good. So I'm going to showcase here what we got. So I have a Weber grill as well, but to show, I have the foil on half of the side over there, and then I have my clean side over here. So I'm going to do about half and half with the baguettes. I'm going to put half on the foil and half on the regular side. I'm going to see if it makes a difference. So Shay, would you goat cheese it right after they come off to let the goat cheese melt?
So I am trying that, but you know what's happening? Of course, as you probably guessed, these are extremely hot, a lot hotter than I imagined they would be. So it's melting pretty quickly. And plus, the goat cheese has been out here in the Florida warmth, we'll call it. So it's definitely very soft. Goat cheese at this point is, very creamy, but you could wait for sure. I like the crostini when it's nice, when it's got a little bit of warmth to it. I wouldn't want it to get too cold, but let it sit a couple of minutes before you put it on. And of course, keep the goat cheese cold, and that will help as well. Yeah. But this is looking really good at the moment. And remember, we're going to top it as well with the strawberries. And so that'll add a nice burst of freshness to go along with this.
As well as the balsamic
glaze
that goes on there. I didn't know we had a balsamic glaze. I found balsamic vinegar in my pantry. I found a balsamic dressing. And of course, my wife's like, oh, yeah, I have this balsamic glaze. So, see,
yum.
I like to look and I had to see. So,
yeah, this is going on really nicely.
Yeah, on the so on my I don't know if you could see that. I have the nice char mark on the baguette. That's on.
Oh, you did that perfectly.
That's yours was better than ours. Well done. Done.
My sous chef is arranging everything else over here for me. She's doing a wonderful job.
The chicken's looking great too.
It is coming along nicely.
Now, with the ones that I did on the foil, you can see the toastiness around the outside, but you don't see the grill marks themselves. So you can see it is cooking that way, but you're just not going to get the black lines you get directly off the grate itself.
But it still looks nice and toasty. So that looks good.
Because of the heat.
Yeah. We got a few grill marks here.
Shay, someone was asking if you would recommend any other types of cheeses outside of goat cheese.
Sure. Gosh, if you like brie, that would be really good as well. You could even put a slice of cheddar and use apple instead of using the strawberry. So you can go in any direction with the fruit and cheese combination that you'd like. But if you're looking for creamier cheeses, then let's see, what are other creamy cheeses that you could do a ricotta. That one is a very mild cheese. And that would be good with honey drizzled on top or with figs. And what's that?
Mascarpone.
Mascarpone?
Yeah, mascarpone.
You could do that as well. So that one's going to be pretty melty too. So you want to get that one really cold on a warm. But yeah, you would have a similar effect, just not quite as strong of a cheese if you're not into goat cheese. So yeah, that's a good question.
I'm a fan of goat cheese personally.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking mine off the grill now.
I think this is all done.
Oh wow, the chicken is done. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go grab a.
I hope it's good. Yeah, these look good.
Yeah. So I'm going to take these off, and then I'm going to add my chicken and my steak onto the grill on my end of things.
I'm going to wait on that a little bit.
A little bit more.
These two, I think I'm going to take off.
Right.
And then I'm going to
keep
those on for a little bit longer.
All right.
I'm going to spin them around.
Now, you were talking earlier about doing this over charcoal. I pulled up when I was looking up information on our site. If you go to our nationalceliac.org site, we do have a frequently asked questions section, and grilling, there are a few articles about that. They were talking about wood pellets and how people can do wood pellets and how those are safe because they are wood and it's usually
add some smoke.
Injury. Do you do anything with wood?
So because I'm using lump wood itself, right? I will mess around and blend my wood sometimes. Like you can buy actually a lump wood mesquite, which sometimes I like doing. This is a blending of two different hardwoods. I think it's oak and hickory. Right? And so I like that. But again, if you're using regular briquettes and you want to have that smoke, a lot of grills will have a place where you can put the wood. And if not, if you have a grill like this, then you could still drop the wood in there and it will create the smoke. And I have done that in the past. Buddy of mine started doing this and the flavor is just so much better. And I really feel like I have a lot more control when it comes to the meat. So that's why I do
chicken's
it.
coming off. I've got mine on now. So I've got my steak and my chicken on, and I've got my vegetables that are on my foil on this side. So
Do you want to put the steak on or any of the vegetables?
I could.
Okay.
You want me to do that?
I don't know. As far as timing goes, sure.
Okay. You know what I'll do is I'll take this and I'm going to move it to this side. And I'd like to put the steak right on the direct heat because I do like searing the steak. Oh,
Sure. I'm afraid to.
you're good.
I have my sous chef over here. Smile for the camera. There you are. So she's putting on, she's doing our goat cheese, and our strawberries onto our baguettes.
And Glenn is just putting the steak on the grill.
I think this one might be close. Yeah, this is good.
So Glenn, how do you tell? I mean, what's the key for you in saying it's close? I know I'm kind of probably like you in this and that I was like, I just know it's good and I'm not always putting a temperature on there, but is it a feel? Is it something different for you?
It's a feel and it's a look. So in this case, I know I've got a nice grill on the outside. I like that. I like having a little bit of char on the outside of all of my meat. And so I look at that and then on this side, I can feel it and there's not a lot of give. It doesn't like mush in. I think it's just because I've done it over the years. And the truth is, this is perfect. Any more than that, I feel like it would be dry. And, you know, no one really loves dry chicken. And you got to just do other things to make it not dry.
No, chicken is tricky in terms of, you know, that's probably one that I'm not as confident as I am with steaks and meat. I can get a good feel for steaks and meat by, you know, just pressing with the tongs and the softness in the middle of it. Carla's put, you know, she loves her meat thermometer. Yes, if there's a lot of people going on, you're hosting a lot of people, those are great to have, especially in that larger scenario when you have one person that wants it this way, one person wants it that way, etc. So
that's always the case, right? Like when you have different people and they want it different temperatures. And, you know, you want to try to not shame somebody for not getting their steak medium rare.
Really? I mean, there is only one left.
yeah. The other thing too is even though I have a hot grill temperature wise, you know, I can always also tell with these skewers if the meat's not coming off it, it's not ready to flip. It's still there and it's like, okay, it's still cooking on that side. But that's the other good thing with though, as you mentioned earlier, Shay, with the metal skewer, I know it's cooking on the inside as well. So I just have to wait for it to kind of unstick before I flip.
That's a good, that's definitely a good. Yeah, I'm using wooden skewers, which I soaked in water and just so that they wouldn't burn hopefully quite as much, but they're definitely burning on the ends, but I think they're okay.
Katie's drizzling away, so we got an action.
And I will say it's a little more painful than normal right now because I'm trying to get the camera angle right.
Right?
You know, this art takes pain. There's pain in art. But I think we got a nice char on that side. And I like leaving it open for this part of it. But now then once we get the char on both sides, what I will do is I will shut the grill and flip it and put it to the other side so that way it can, you know, using the indirect heat, it'll go slower.
Yeah. There you go. All right. I'm going to try one of my bruschetta.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, we could eat those too. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that looked good.
Okay.
That was really good.
Yeah, it looked really good.
All right. I give you one too.
Yeah. I've always said
the strawberry with the goat cheese is a nice touch.
Oh, I should have given it. See, I should have given it to him in the other direction, the pointed end first.
I've never eaten on camera before, guys. Can you tell? Oh my God. Wow. That's really good. That's really good.
Napkin?
Please.
All I know is I'm going to have to eat most of these that I want before my daughter does because she's going to be all over this.
it was funny because our kids were walking through and they said, "What are you making?" This was the first time I think my daughter, after I went through the whole menu, she said, "I like everything. I can't wait."
Yay.
She was very excited.
See, I just spun everything around. So now it's indirect. You can see there's a nice sear on this side. And what I do like to do is I leave it on the same side that it just was at, and I will eventually flip it again. But when you put it the other side, now it'll be indirect. I like to leave it vented. There's a vent here. That way that the temperature stays hot, but not too hot. And I'll leave it for a couple minutes and I'll check.
So what is the most unique thing that you grill?
Mm.
Oh, wow.
I'll start with mine because I did it last night. I did it last night. So I do, we call them disco tots. So I take tater tots, I grill tater tots, I put foil down, put tater tots down, and then I hit it at the end with cheddar and bacon. So it's not the healthiest. It's not the healthiest thing, but you get the smokiness off the grill incorporated into the cheese, the bacon, and the tot. It's fabulous.
So what do you put, or how do you keep them from like falling through the grates? Or like what are you putting
on? I put them on foil.
Oh, I gotcha. Oh, so, that's brilliant.
So it's not so much, falling through the grates will be difficult. I just put them on the foil and I can pull the full foil off onto a cookie sheet, take them inside. And if I really feel guilty, I can put some ranch dressing on the top of them too. So.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Oh my gosh, post that recipe.
Can you post that?
That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. So
no, you win. By the way, you win. I got nothing. That was really good.
We had a question come in, Bonnie. I saw your question about the brand of balsamic glaze. I'm just looking at what we have here. We got it. Where'd we get it? From an Italian shop. Oh, okay. It's a crema. I don't know if you can see this. It's a crema it's like I can't even read that. Crema de balsamico fici. It's a fig balsamic glaze is what it is.
Yum.
Made from mostly grape and balsamic vinegar. So there you go. Bonnie, I'll try to type it in for you.
Yum. Thank you.
Yep.
Awesome. Mine is just from Costco. And you see this one. I think it's pretty common. The Nona.
Thanks. I've never seen the glaze before, but I'll have to look for it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Do you happen to know, guys, because I've loved aged balsamics with do you guys happen to know the difference between like a balsamic that you might use in a dressing versus an aged balsamic, which is expensive and very rich, versus a balsamic glaze?
Just like wine. It's just like wine. So a balsamic vinegar that's is aged in a cask, just like a wine would be, and then decanted when they have that complex kind of mouthfeel to it. So, and I gotta say, sitting and watching Chris cook is the best part of this cook along. So yeah.
Great.
So you can see I've been turning my vegetables. I'm starting to get you can see some charring, even though I'm on the foil, it still comes through on the foil, on the vegetables. When I think in the recipe, I said something along the lines of when the onions kind of brown up a little bit, you look for a little bit of different change in the color of the onion, it gets a little bit more translucent. That's going to show you that those are getting more done and they're becoming more sweet. Meats are all looking good on this side over here as well. So.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I just flipped the meat. I just put some of the vegetables on and I'm putting them on direct heat while the meat is continuing to cook, and the color is great and the feel is great. Like I can see that you can see how juicy it still is. So we're not that far away here.
No, I'm not either.
Very cool. So Chris, I noticed you keep space in between your pieces of meat, and that just makes it quick. It makes it faster. Makes it cook faster. Is that the deal?
Yeah. That's the reason. So.
Yeah.
And then there's no places where I guess the heat doesn't hit.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have any raw spots. Yeah. Makes sense.
And I do things like you talked about indirect heat earlier. Like sometimes I'll if I have a steak or something like that, I can sear it on really high heat, and then I'll turn that. I have a 3 burner, so I can turn that middle burner down, and then that'll be at a lower or a lower heat. And I'll keep the upper ones high. So the whole overall still cooks, but it doesn't sear it as much. You have that indirect heating of aspect of this type of a grill here. So I know that's
Right.
harder to do on a charcoal grill, so I commend you for that.
I love it.
That's awesome.
My steak is about done, so I am going to remove the steak. Chicken still needs a little bit more time.
This is the downside that I'm running into here of using the wooden skewers.
Yeah.
Where they're kind of breaking because they were under a lot of heat. But I do think this is working nicely now. These are ready, by the way, sweetheart. I think we
Got
can
these.
take those off.
Shay, how long did you soak your skewers in the water?
Um, it was probably an hour or two.
Mhm.
I wasn't really watching the clock, but I would say it's probably an hour or two, maybe 2 hours. Yeah, that's probably closer to 2 hours. Should it be much longer than that?
No, I wanted to bring that up as a point. You just don't want to put them in water, just dip them in and put them in. You need to soak them
Oh, yeah,
for at least an hour to make sure that you're not going to get any fires going on with your wooden skewers.
right. That does make sense. Oh, so we gave the recipe for the spritzer, I'm forgetting the name of it now, the pink lemonade spritzer.
Yep.
But we weren't going to go through the process, but we did at least make it to show, right? It was nice and fun and colorful. If anyone made it at home.
It's pretty tasty too.
Yeah. I haven't tasted it yet. All right, I'm gonna taste it now.
All right. I think that is to be determined right now.
It is, it's delicious. It
Yeah.
doesn't just look good.
Yeah. I used frozen strawberries as my ice.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wow.
That's really smart.
Added a little bit something to it.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I like the way you think.
I can't take credit for that. That's my youngest's idea.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's
I was
really
like, oh,
good.
look at that. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
That's great.
All right.
Well, that's really good. Wow. This does give me the opportunity to introduce the man behind the camera this time and last time as well. We have our director of photography. His name is Colin Kelly. So Colin, of this, is your favorite the vegetables? Like yes or no? Vegetables? Oh, he's all in. Okay. I was curious. That's the beautiful part about these shoots is that afterwards we eat. Right.
He gets to enjoy, doesn't he? So
Yes.
yeah. The other thing, I'm taking my peppers off now too. And you can see on the peppers they do get a little char to it. Let me see if I can get my camera
Yep.
going. But you'll also see that they have a little bit of a dehydration to them. Not a dehydration, but you can tell because they'll start to look a little bit on the not wrinkly, but that's what they are. I mean, so you can tell they're cooking through. These look really good, actually. So
Every once in a while when I'm grilling, I decide to He-Man it and I almost always regret it. It's kind of like when you're changing out a light, right? How you decide oh, I'm gonna just use my hand. It's just and then you get shocked and you're like, why did I do that? Why didn't I? Right? Like this is the same sort of thing.
it takes a delicate touch. It's not just putting stuff on fire.
You're right. I like the way you said it. We're very skilled, or at least you are.
At us, yeah.
All right, I'll take that.
So I'm about 2 minutes away from my chicken coming off, and then I'm going to do a walkthrough of the peaches. I don't know. Do you grill fruit? I've found that grilling fruit releases a lot of the flavor to it. And this peach recipe that kind of I found, developed, I don't know. It's one of those things that when you grill the peach and you put this brown sugar butter in the peach
Yeah.
pit itself, and when it melts down,
Mm.
it doesn't last till dessert. It's really just kind of an appetizer for me. So
Oh, nice.
Some
Yeah.
of your ideas are nuts, man. That's insane.
Yeah. I'm so excited to try it. Yeah. I don't
Wow.
think we've ever grilled fruit, have we? Maybe a pineapple?
Well, I know that, okay, so a woman who works for us, she's vegan, and so she'll grill jackfruit
Oh,
because
right,
jackfruit can be converted into like different sushi for vegans.
right.
But that's the only thing I've ever, oh no, a pineapple. We've grilled a
Pineapple.
pineapple.
Yeah. I think that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
grilling pineapple's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna grab our peaches.
Yep.
And
I have friends of mine who have the green egg, which eventually, when I prioritize something different in life, I will do that. And they actually will bake with it. They'll flat out bake, like they'll make pizzas. I've heard people make cakes and pies. So I don't know if that's considered grilling, but I think it's in the genre of grilling.
I've grilled pizzas. Have you
Have
grilled
you
pizzas?
really?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
In
great.
the weather?
Yeah, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What's
And
how do you do
usually
that?
what you can do is you can either make the dough ourselves or you can buy a pre-made dough. What I do is then I grill the dough without the toppings on it first, take them inside, put the toppings on, bring them back out to have the toppings melt and really heat it up.
oh,
It's
nice.
great. Katie just
Why would
doesn't
you
like turning
choose
the
to?
oven on in the summertime because it's too hot. So
Oh, that's why.
inside to cook everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was wondering what the reason was. Like, what's the advantage? But that makes sense.
I think the tater tot recipe, the power went out. And
Oh,
I was like, okay, well, hamburgers.
Necessity is the
not
mother
let
of
me go.
invention.
Yeah.
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 Very, very, very smart. I guess we have done some stuff with grilling, and that's true when we're camping
Yeah.
because you got nothing else or
So
power goes out.
So for the peaches, what I do is I've taken a half a stick of butter and I've melted it down into a bowl. And then I'll add in a cup right around there of brown sugar. And you just want to make kind of a slurry. It's going to have a little grit to it. The sugar is not going to completely, be, no, look at that. Look, I don't have to do it. It's nice. No, but it's going to come up to a slurry mix. It's going to be kind of a dark brown. You may want to add a little bit more butter if yours is dried up, but this is looking pretty good because when it heats up, it will melt and you're going to get that consistency that kind of it's going to fill the pit area of the peach and it'll run down the sides and it's gooey and it's messy and it's wonderful.
Sounds amazing.
So yeah, I don't know if you can see, this is kind of the consistency of it. It's like a brown.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks perfect. That looks amazing.
Yeah, your skills are far beyond mine, my friend.
And then I just bought a couple peaches, and then basically what you have to do is just half them and light brown sugar or dark brown sugar. Which one did we use?
Dark.
Dark brown sugar from the baker over here.
Big fan.
Although
they don't have dark at Costco.
that's true. They don't.
Nope, just light.
Why not?
Yeah,
Any idea?
I never thought about that. Yeah, I don't know why they don't.
Probably
Less
expensive.
common.
Yeah.
So Katie, were you saying you get it from a farmer's market?
Yeah. So
Do they I mean, I make it themselves or something? Do they have sugar cane or something?
you mean the dark brown sugar?
Yeah.
We are lucky enough to live in an area with a lot of Mennonite and Amish families.
Ah, okay.
And so a couple of the farm markets around here sell bulk items. And it's just fantastic source. I hope, I don't things like sugar I know are gluten-free and that should be just fine. They do sell like a gluten-free flour blend, but I've never, I just be careful for our family. So
right.
that I've never bought, but yeah, it's kind of
cool. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that they would have like sugar like that as for sale.
Yeah, household goods. So I imagine down near Sarasota where y'all are, you might be able to find something like that as well. So
yeah,
that's a cool idea.
Very interesting.
Look at that grill. That looks fabulous, Glenn.
It's a bright colors. Love it.
Chris, do you just put the sliced peaches right on the grill? Is that what you're thinking?
I do. So I've cut them in half, taken the pit side out. What I do is I do the cut side down first.
Okay.
and then I will flip it over, and that's then when I add the sugar into the pit section.
And when you're doing it, are you doing it in a hotter section of the grill, a medium, or like what, or it doesn't matter?
Not the same as where your vegetables were.
Okay.
So yeah, kind of, so like a medium heat. You don't want it to sear. It would cook way too fast and you wouldn't cook it through, but it does not take long for these. So
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take some of these off.
Okay.
So that
somebody just
way...
chimed in that Florida Crystals makes minimally processed sugars.
There you go.
There it is.
Yes, I think that's what we buy. Yeah. Typically.
This is good.
So let's do this.
This one's definitely ready.
Oh, that looks great.
So yeah, so my peaches are just going on face side down. You guys better have more than 3 people eating. You got a lot of food there.
Yeah, we do.
The way we roll, yo.
We like leftovers too.
Mhm.
We're big fans of leftovers.
Leftover kebabs, we make rice bowls.
Yes.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Okay, now I will try this magical peaches idea.
All right.
I want that song playing.
We don't have the rights to play the Presidents of the United States of America's Peaches song right now, but
Thank you very much. Thank you
There it
very
is.
much for understanding my reference.
uh-huh. So these will not take too long. As you can see on mine, it's already got the grill marks started. Oh, wrong way. There we go. So it just needs a little bit more time before I flip it over.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, there's a comment there from Monica. She said she did the bruschetta, but she substituted in. Oh, hold on, I gotta read this. Hold on. I lost the comment, Monica. I'm sorry. I think she said she used tomato basil.
Oh, nice. Oh, that
That
sounds
sounds
wonderful.
That's really good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with getting creative.
And how long did you keep it on that one side, Chris, before you flipped it? Ish. Oh, did we lose Chris? I think he's muted.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back.
I'm back. That's my bad.
How long did you keep it on the one side before you flip it?
Probably
The
2 minutes.
peaches.
Not too long. 2 minutes, maybe.
Sounds good. That is the thing with especially this type of charcoal, is that as you continue cooking, the charcoal cooks down. So your temperatures evolve a little.
Yep.
I think we need a little bit more.
So mine will look like this. You'll have some little bit
Nice.
char to it when you flip them over. The color of the peach will turn a bit darker orange.
Okay.
And it'll really start to soften up on the outside of some of these. So
Okay.
now comes the fun part. I gotta put my computer down.
Should have cleaned the grill, right? But whatever. So there's now a mixture of chicken and vegetables and
And
beef
peaches.
and
Yeah,
peaches.
there we go. Move this way. All right. Technical difficulties.
And you've got this one here too. if
What's
you want.
that?
And we've got this one there too, if that's
For the
easier.
peaches?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
It's
it
easy.
is. That's a good call.
I don't
You're
know.
right.
Might
So
not
what I'll
be.
do is I add in the brown sugar stuff, and I'm just going to put it right in the center of the peach.
Nice.
Oh, we do have that too, don't we?
Yep, it's right
Oh,
here.
wow, you got
Yep.
And it will run over and run off. So you have another grill cleaning coming. Sorry.
Yay.
It's worth it. Trust me.
Oh, it looks really good.
So I put that on. I'm just going to shut it and let it go. So
Let's try this. Yeah, let's see what these look like.
Yeah.
Oh, we're
there's-
getting there.
yeah.
the only bad thing about this recipe is that I can only do it like during peach season. I mean, if you don't have the fresh peaches, it just doesn't taste the same.
These went in a little.
I think that's the way with any type of in-season vegetable or
Yeah.
fruit or whatever. So yeah.
Agreed. I used light brown sugar, so mine aren't going to be quite as decadent looking.
But I think I did put the right amount of charcoal in there.
Yeah,
So that's still
but that's
plenty
looking
hot.
great.
Still plenty hot.
So do you ever eat these with, do you ever put ice cream with them, or it's just they're gone before you even have a chance to have the ice cream?
I'm not an ice cream guy personally, but
Oh.
these are gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
How this is looking.
Yeah.
Well, that seems like we're running into a little bit of a flame, which I don't want. Oh,
Yeah, you will get a flare up if you're not careful with these.
what happened?
The butter.
Other fillings to be put in the peaches, to serve somebody who's diabetic.
I don't think they might need a filling at all. I mean, or a balsamic glaze would be delicious on those.
So yeah, if you have the leftover balsamic glaze from the bruschetta, you could just utilize some more on the peaches.
Yeah, that sounds delicious. Woo! Hot.
Yeah, it's hot. It'll
Almost.
tamp down when I put this on.
Woo.
Yeah. Wow. I'm a mess, right?
No, but
Really?
just some do I have the ash on
I
my
just have-
forehead?
I have
Do you have a
some
little ash on the forehead? That's one of the benefits of using a gas grill over using a charcoal grill.
Yeah.
You don't get the ash.
That's right.
True.
But the manliness quotient is stronger.
Right. You have to. Yeah. There's a certain something about charcoal that you're like, yeah. No. All right, we're getting ready to take these off.
I think this is pretty close too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh wow, those look great.
They look amazing.
I think that actually worked out, even though we have no idea what we're doing.
No, so yeah, mine are sizzling, bubbling.
Oh, that
Be
was not
delicious.
good. Sorry for smoking you out. Sorry, Colin.
Got enough room for one more. There we go.
I'm back
Burn
inside.
myself. There we go.
Woohoo!
Gotta get my other-
Success.
There you go. I've got a showcase here what I have.
Out.
This is nice.
Look at that. Done. Done and done. And a feast.
Holy cow.
A lot of food for us. So let's see what we got. Yep. Kebobs. There's the peaches when they're done. Right next to the bruschetta. That is a summer grilling meal, my friend.
Yes.
I agree.
Did we happen to see if Georgia was with us to enjoy all of the? I don't know.
I do see Georgia. Is the last name start with an S?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's on. Yeah.
Oh, great. I just wanted to say thank you. I wasn't sure if she was going to make it or not, but thank you so much for the recipe because it really has turned out fantastic. Looks beautiful.
So yeah. Well, it just again, we're coming up on the hour. I didn't think it'd take this long, but talking and sharing and just having a good time. Time does fly when you're having fun. So,
Yes.
Shay, Glenn, thank you so much for being
Thank
part
you.
of this. Thanks for enjoy the smoke, enjoy the food, and for everybody who joined in, thank you again for being part of this with us. Just know that we will be we'll be putting this up on our YouTube channel. But if you have any questions for us, or if you need to reach out, just contact us through our website at nationalceliac.org. So, on behalf of everyone here, thank you so much. Have a nice summer evening.
Bye. Thank you again, Chris.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Looks so